I think that having a library really centered in information technology is really critical, right? Those are the 21st century skills that our students need. And so being able to find that balance of, there's nothing that replaces an actual book in my opinion.
No, I know. I'm a reader. I'm a reader. My name is Alex Lopez with Corrigan Clark Architects and Issues in Education. And here with us, we have Dr. Brittany Miller. Did I get that right?
You sure did.
Thank you so much, and appreciate you spending some time with us here today.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit, I mean, your PhD, huh? Congratulations, that's a lot of work. I'm like the least smart person around here, for sure.
I doubt that very much.
It is so awesome to get to talk to all you educators. As we mentioned off camera, my wife's an educator, my daughter's an educator, so I kind of live in that world of yours, and I've been doing school design for the last 25 years.
Nice.
And so I think it's awesome. Tell me a little bit about the Southern Educational Foundation out of Atlanta.
Yes, that's
Talk
right.
to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's the Southern Education Foundation out
Okay.
of Atlanta Public Schools, or not out of Atlanta Public Schools, out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
And so the SEF has been around for a very long time, and their goals are really focused on educational equity, specifically for students in the South. And so they have a variety of projects. One of their biggest projects is the Racial Equity Leadership Network, where they support school district leaders with establishing themselves in the field, particularly from diverse racial backgrounds. And so it may seem interesting that outcomes-based contracting is housed out of that particular foundation, but really our work is so predicated on equity that it's a really great fit for us to be able to have such a strong foundation with historical roots in helping to support educational equity within the South and then across the country.
Do you think that the built environment, right, the bricks and mortar of your educational facility, does it affect your pedagogy, or does the pedagogy live on its own?
Oh gosh. I mean, I think in an ideal circumstance, the two kind of do go hand in hand. What I would say though is that building a school is a very expensive endeavor, as you know way better than I do.
Absolutely.
And so I think that there needs to be flexibility in terms of how educator uses that built environment in a way that reflects the pedagogy of the individual educator, of the school, of the community, of the district.
Absolutely. Okay. I like that. What about, so let's switch gears a little bit to maybe a bigger room. So we've, as architects, experienced the last, maybe 10, 15 years with the advent of technology and the essential explosion of all of this available material that our libraries, innovation centers. I mean, I'm going to show my age a little bit, but I remember the Dewey Decimal System, and going to see those little wooden boxes, right? And I got to find the book, and I'm like, I don't know, squirrel, right? So now our libraries, I don't even know if I can call them that. We're looking at removing more and more volumes out of the libraries, but the libraries aren't getting smaller. People want more comfortable furniture. Almost like, hey, can I have a little Starbucks or a Barnes and Noble? In your world, or in your mind, if money was no object, what does that library look like?
Oh gosh. I think that having a library really centered in information technology is really critical, right? Those are the 21st century skills that our students need. And so being able to find that balance of there's nothing that replaces an actual book in my opinion.
No, I know. I'm a reader. So, but I have to ask.
But finding that balance of real text that kids can hold in their hands and get excited about, with the information technology and with devices that actually enable them to access a library beyond our wildest imagination, I think is a really important point. And again, I think if you're centering the user experience in that and really just working with students directly to figure out what that looks like in order to foster their own imagination and creativity, then that's our ideal situation.
I worked with one of my clients is a in charge of the library, and she's awesome. She's got 2 PhDs, all right?
Yeah.
And she's like, you can't touch my, what did she call them? My sparkly vampire books. She's like, I need those because that's how I get the kids in the library.
Yeah, that's right. There's always that collection that's like the most
you gotta
prized
have the
one.
sparkly vampires. I'm
Yeah.
like, what does that mean? And she spent a half an hour explaining it to me. I'm like, oh, okay, it makes sense.
There you go.
That's awesome. So, well, thank you so much for spending some time with us and
Yeah,
talking about your
absolutely.
passion. So I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Absolutely.